Greetings and salutations, everybody. This is Brian Bray from Missouri River Regional Library here in Jefferson City, Missouri, where it's 93 degrees out. I'm in my attic, so you might hear my fan, and it is hot. Today we're going to take a brief look at Tumblr. Tumblr is where it's at. Now, the thing about Tumblr is it's gaining in popularity. It's people who have been using Facebook are now switching over to Tumblr because you don't have all that Facebook controversy, and the teenagers and millennials are using it because now on Facebook, parents, grandparents want to be your friend, which is cool, but they also want a place where they can talk about things that they don't want to talk about with their parents around. What is Tumblr? Tumblr is a blog. It used to start out as a video blog. You would see like the NBA, Major League Baseball post highlights and stuff from the night before. But now it's expanded. You can find any subject you want on Tumblr. Well, let me take that back. Any legal subject you want on Tumblr. It can be as long as you want. I'm on Tumblr. I love it. I follow all my interests on Tumblr. Matter of fact, I'm finding better written, more interesting things on Tumblr than I ever have on Facebook. Not to knock Facebook. Facebook has its own pros and cons. But if you want to blog and you want to learn about things, Tumblr is where it's at. Now, when you post on Tumblr, you want to use the correct format. I put up the screen here. A lot of people just use text, which is fine. And some people can go on and on, but if you're trying to learn something, let's say on a certain religion, this is a place to go. You can also just post pictures, like you would on Instagram. If you're doing a quote from Martin Luther King Jr., Abraham Lincoln, or Brian Bray, use a quote. If you want to do a link to go somewhere, use the link. It makes a difference on how it shows up on Tumblr. You can chat with people, instant messaging. You can listen. You can do video on Tumblr as well. It's not that you only can pick one. You can do a combination of. I can have text and I can do that, and then it will let me insert a picture or video. But if I'm just doing a picture or video, it's better to choose the correct icon. It will work much better for you. It will look better for you. The use of tags. We've heard this before. We've heard it in Twitter and Instagram. Facebook doesn't like tags, but Instagram and Twitter, to find things, you do hashtag Darth Vader, hashtag crocheting, hashtag St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals. The list goes on, whatever you want. It narrows it down for people to find what they're looking for. You could just type in Kansas City Royals or St. Louis Cardinals, and yes, you will come up with things, but it won't be as precise if you don't use a hashtag. Now, I listed here the top 10 hashtags. Some people just use the GIF, whatever you want to call it. And that's some funny thing that somebody may or may not use. A lot of people, LOL, to show that they're not being too serious. They're joking around. A lot of people do hashtag fashion, art, vintage, illustration, landscape, animals, food, and films. Those are the top hashtags that you will find on Tumblr. Apparently people like films, food, animals, landscape, illustration, vintage, and art. You don't want to go heavy on the hashtags, but if you just put art, for example, you're going to pick up a lot of stuff. So you may do a hashtag of art, and then hashtag dog painting, hashtag Van Gogh, hashtag Nightmare Before Christmas. Food, hashtag, you could do hashtag food, hashtag seafood, hashtag halibut, hashtag grilled. So people can find you a lot of different ways. use the hashtags, or as they call them in Tumblr, tags. Get a stylish theme. I was showing my class, in my in-house class or my virtual class, how to do stylish themes, because there are different ways to have your news feed or your whatever you're posting on Tumblr show up. Now I did a picture of Jack Skellington and his dog Zero because that is my stylish theme. Your theme should match what you're trying to say or do. I love these guys. I do more of the mine is actually called Welcome to the Jungle. So I do all the different things that are you don't usually see, or I usually wouldn't post on Facebook. So I use Jack Skellington and Zero as my stylish theme. You can just use colors. If you're cooking, you should have some kind of cooking theme. That's easy for me to say. Tumblr has a lot of free themes that you can use, or there are some themes that you can pay for. If it's free, I love free. I always go for free. In this picture, I love this picture. It says what I'm trying to do. Before, I used a Jack Skellington theme that covered my whole page as like a background. That went out of style, so I've now chosen this one. How many people remember your different Star Treks? There have been about 10 of them. This gentleman on the front, he's Q, just the letter Q. I thought it was funny. But anyway, you could queue your post, meaning you can make as many posts as you like, queue them in a batch, and tell them when to go out. So you don't have to just hop on the computer at 7:37 and post. You could do all your posting at one time, tell each post when to go out on Tumblr. Well, there you go. You don't have to get up at 4:34 in the morning. You don't have to be around. Oh, I have a dinner date at 8:31. It will post automatically for you if you tell it to. That is great. The Q post is great on Tumblr. I love it. Love it. Love it. It's fantastic. And for your Star Trek people, I hope you like my joke. Let people leave comments. I left this a blank screen underneath it because people like to respond. And if you don't let people leave comments, you may not get as many people looking at your posts that you want. Let them leave comments. Now, there's always those people who are going to be negative, or going to say things that don't make any sense to what you're doing, and you just kind of ignore those people, or you go in later and get rid of them. I don't, or I usually don't. But people like to talk. And this thing about Tumblr, I found out that people who are serious about learning things are looking at your blogs. You usually don't get spammed with negative people. Now, I posted one that somebody disagreed with my opinion on something, and it was a valid message that she was trying to tell me. You have to have an open mind. You can't talk to people if you're not willing to think about what they're saying, and are willing to even change. If you're too strong-headed to ever change your mind, there's no use talking to other people or them talking to you. So make sure you set it up so people can leave comments. Oh, what do we have here? Use dogear. Now, being the library person, I do not like it when people take physical books and dog-ear their books. Now, if they buy it and do it, I still don't like it, but it's their book. So, you have a dashboard where you do all your information, you setting up your Tumblr account, but in the right-hand corner, if you hover over it, it would tell you what time the post was published. And this is true for anybody's post. If you want to figure out what time somebody had this post on Kobe Bryant, you just go to their top corner, hover, and tell you what time it was published. And then it could take you to the post with the original URL in another window. That's pretty handy. Alright, that's all I have on Tumblr today. My name is Brian Bray. I'm at brayb@mrrl.org. If you have questions about Tumblr or anything else, just shoot me an email. I'll be glad to respond back to you. Just make sure it's not spam. I am feeling cute today and might write a play later. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it very soon. Thank you for watching and listening to my voice, and I will